Hi, my name is Rags, and I'm the Kenyan Wine Brat. And today we're going to have a public service announcement. And excuse me. Part of the reason why I want to do this public service announcement is because you know what, you mean a whole lot to me. And the last thing I want you to do is just be actually to the last thing I want to do is to see you embarrass yourself in public. Just the other day, I went to a winery, and dang, people, it's awesome. Just whenever you're bored, just go to a winery, get yourself a glass of wine, sit down, and just watch people. And you will see people embarrassing the heck out of themselves and each other. So I think it's very important that you pay more attention to the alcohol content in your wine. And you're like, why should I pay attention to the alcohol content in the wine? If you pay attention, you'll become a more responsible drinker. Let me in Kenya we say ebu nifafanue. Let me explain myself. I have with me a bottle over here, and in it has over here, it has, if you observe right here, it says that this bottle has 20% alcohol content in it. Now that's messed up. Now, if, let's say, for example, you went to a winery and they just said, hey, Mr. or Mrs. whoever you are, I have this Tony Porto, this port wine. Would you like to try it? And then they pour a little glass, and then you're like, this is great, I'd like another one, and another one, and another one. If you don't know the percentage, the next thing is you'll find yourself embarrassing yourself. Now, speaking of embarrassing yourself, I personally believe that there are two types of drunks. The first kind of drunk is like this. Whenever they get drunk, they're like, and sometimes they're like, oh man, you look so lovely. I want to have 3 of your babies. And then there's this other kind of drunk who's like, woo, let's get it started. That kind of drunk. And part of the reason people get drunk is, among other things, like, oh, you're sad and you just want to just drink your life away or whatever, is people don't pay attention to the alcoholic content. Now, this is I'd like to urge you, the next time you go to a store and you pick the wine of your choice, take a look at the bottle and find out how much alcohol content your bottle has. You know what's kind of interesting is that whenever the winemakers make wine, they are allowed, whenever they say, let's say for example, you get a wine bottle that's around 12.5% in alcohol. It says that it's 12.5% in alcohol. The wine, it may not actually be 12.5%. It may actually be 14% or 11% or between 11% to 14% alcohol content. And that's important to keep in mind, because let's say for example you are on a lunch break and you've gone to your favorite place, watering hole, whatever, and they serve you wine. If you know that alcohol, if you know very well that Rieslings tend to have lower alcohol content, especially Rieslings from Germany, and if you know that Zinfandels from America tend to have like 16% alcohol by volume, or ports have like 20%, you'll have a more you'll totally look at the menu and tell yourself, okay, do I want to go back to work drunk, or do I want to go back to work not drunk. And at that point in time, you'll pick whatever your wine of choice or your poison of choice, depending. You actually okay. You'll pick your alcohol of choice, knowing very well the repercussions of doing that. So the next time you go to a wine store or you go to a local supermarket that has wine, pay attention to the alcohol content of your bottle. And just because it says it's 5% or 20% doesn't necessarily mean that it's that much. So that's my public service announcement for the day. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching me. I totally appreciate it. I will see you at the next episode. Bye.